開啦。開啦。Testing 1 2 3 testing 1 2 3. Hi everyone, we may start within 3 minutes. Stay tuned, guys, because we will have 25 USDT per each question. The quickest and correct answer person will get 25 USDT. So stay tuned. The question will be all over and across the AMAs. We have our AMAs across our all channels in Facebook, in YouTube, in Twitter Space, and in Discord. So please stay with us, and we will got total 100 U rewards for the four quickest correct answer to our live questions. So welcome everybody, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. My name is Clef, is the moderator today right now. So let me first introduce you guys our main speakers today. First is Mike, our technical director, and Jacob, and our full stack developer. Very glad to have Mike and Jacob today in here. Please say hi to our audience.
What's up, guys? This is Mike.
Hey, this is Jacob. So cool. I'm pretty sure our audience is so eager to learn more about the development of the status of EDNS right now. To start with, let me briefly recap what we have achieved since our platform launched in April 2022. EDNS is a name to look up service permanently built on Polygon, has gained nearly 400,000 unique users on OpenSea with over 1.8 million domains registered. Thank you for your continuous support. Our current community size is more than 280,000 people. So again, thanks so much for your support right now. In our pipeline, we are launching our second key product, which is the Drive, a layer 2 decentralized object storage, followed by a couple of related products like web hosting and web builder, as long as wallets and something you couldn't imagine. So stay tuned with us. That's why we are now here today to learn more about of our latest project, which is the Drive. So, what is D Drive? If you are interested in D Drive, please join our trial campaign. You will get 30 gig of free storage service and may up to 100 U rewards in our feedback campaign, only supervising on joining the trial campaign. So, let's begin. So, Mike and Jacob, today I have prepared a quite number of questions, and some of them are coming from our communities. Both of you guys will be feel free to answer and share your insights to our audience. First of all, what is decentralized storage and why we need so?
Yeah, so what decentralized storage is simply just you can imagine this is a P2P network formed by P2P network. Then uh, you can store your data that is onto the P2P network. And the decentralized storage are divided into multiple type. I would divide it into a blockchain-based decentralized storage and smart contract-based decentralized storage. And some of you may already heard of like the Arweave or the BTFS. Like the Arweave, the Filecoin, these are the blockchain decentralized storage, and like the Ethereum Swarm, the Bitcoin file system, that are the smart contract based file system. And why do we need it? Because in the current world, the storage services we're using, especially like iCloud or Google Drive, they are centralized, managed by a single authority, which means you are not the data owner. Instead, you are only have the access to the data. So what I mean is you don't exactly own the data, even those data is actually owned or generate from you. They are owned by the storage services are using. So when it come to the world of Web3, the Web3 mentioned one thing, that is decentralization and data sovereignties, which means you should have the final decision of the final control power over your own data in the Web3 era. So that's why we need decentralized storage in our website, or in our future, because with the Web3 era and with the blockchain technology, we can finally have, at the time in the history, we can finally own our own data in a truly and using cryptography, and that is on the internet. Thank you.
So I think Mike have explained to us why we are in the decentralized world, why we are in blockchain as well. Because nowadays the world is most likely centralized by the company, which is the big company and get your big data. So that's why we are in blockchain and we are in decentralized. So let's dive into our project, D Drive. So what is it and how it works?
So you can imagine D drive is just a Web 2 plus Web 3 storage aggregator. So what is aggregate? Is aggregate, as I mentioned, the Web 2 storage and the Web 3 storage. So in simply say, is aggregate the centralized storage service and also the decentralized service. Decentralized storage service. For example, the decentralized service we use in our daily life, like the Google Drive, the OneDrive, the iCloud. In the decentralized storage, as I mentioned in the last question, the Filecoin, the IPFS, Arweave, because each of these storage providers has its own method and its own running, the technology running behind is completely different. Even the access model is, or the business model or the accounting, the economic behind is completely different, which means really hard to make the normal user to understand what is the big difference between each other. So in order to allow the normal user to benefit the decentralized storage, or I simplify just the Web3 storage, we simply just build a layer, or we call middle layer, be on top of those decentralized storage. And when we provide an interface same as the Web2 storage experience for the users, which means they can use their existing knowledge about how to use the storage on the network, but benefit from the uh, the features of the Web3 storage behind on the storage actual storage layer. So this thing, and we're not only integrating with the Web3 storage, we also integrate with centralized storage, because with the power of Web2 storage, we can increasing the data exchange between the storage, the data nowadays, and in our future in the Web3 storage.
So it's really cool to have an actuator to complete the whole process with different blockchain or different Web2 solution on it. So right now we have got a little tiny break for Mike and Jacob because our 25U questions is coming. So please leave your answer in YouTube live chat session. I state again, in YouTube live chat session, the quickest correct answer will be awarded 25 USDT. So are you guys ready? You can smash some like or smash something on the YouTube live chat right now to gain the 25U. The correct and the quickest answer will be awarded on it. So the question will be, how many gig of the free storage service we are providing in our trial campaign right now? So I will repeat again, how many gig of free storage service we are providing in our trial event. So you can comment on the live chat in YouTube live chat session in our stream, so you can get the 25U. Nope, I haven't seen the correct answer. I have saw one correct answer pop up, and the message is the message is deleted right now, so no correct answer right now. Yep, yep. Someone got it. Someone got it. Yes, it's 30 gig. We have provided 30 gig of free storage to our trial event. So if you are interested in our trial event, it is totally free for you. So please join after the AMA section. So the quickest participant would be Steve Maitya. So give me your proven. Give me. You can open a ticket in our Discord with your proof right now. So back into the AMAs. So there are a couple of decentralized storage which providers in the market, like IPFS, which mentioned by Mike before in the last question. So for D drive, how it different from those service provider right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the most different is the storage provider, especially like you mentioned, the IPFS, the BTFS, the Arweave or Filecoin that are on the market now. They are the actual storage layer, which means they only store the data. Because you can imagine the storage service in our now they like Google Drive, OneDrive, we actually is a file storage service because in the world of storage is divided into three categories. The first one, as I mentioned, file storage. Second one, object storage, and the third one, block storage. And each of them have different running method, different software, and different usage. But when back or go into the Web3 storage, there isn't such a thing. There's only storage, which means for the developer or for the service now, they're pretty hard to implement or enhance or adopting the Web3 storage into the application nowadays or bringing in the new application using the most advanced or the currently running development model. So what DDrive is trying to do is just simply providing the same developing and user experience in Web 2. So and but instead eventually in the back end is actually running or using those layer 1 decentralized storage like IPFS and Arweave. So the most difference between D drive and the storage provider is what D drive is working on an aggregator or a middle layer, the role of middle layer or the role of the aggregator. And D drive is not exactly or really storing those data, but actually those data are actually storing.
Yep, it sounds like we have got a hybrid solution of which Web 2 storage and Web 3 storage. So, why would we choose to build this hybrid storage model?
Because a few years ago, I just first approached in the decentralized storage, for example, Ethereum Swarm or IPFS or BitTorrent, and I just find out each three of them. Yeah, at that moment I believe it's a very good technologies and it's very awesome. Like you can store your data on the network, but actually no one know where it is and no one can delete it, but everyone can retrieve it from everywhere in the network around the globe. So when I go into deep dive each of them, I just find out, wow, each of them had different running, have different setting, different setup, different configuration, different running method, different tokenomic, different economic, blah blah blah. Everything is completely different. So even as a technical tech guys, it's very hard to start learning these stuff. So at that moment, because first I actually working in the cloud technology, so I'm very familiar with the development on the cloud. So That's why I decided to use the user or the developers or the developing experience on the cloud to adopting to wrap over those decentralized storage, which can eventually providing the Web 2 developing experience, but with the benefit of Web 3.
Can I say that is that we are every storage system got their advantage or disadvantages. So we are going to provide them a platform for choosing which of their favorite storage system and let the customer to choose which storage system, which benefit or which loopholes you can afford on it. So it's like let the customer to choose what they want like that.
Yeah, true. Because as I mentioned, each of the decentralized storage solution are completely different. So what we do is just to synchronize all of those using model with the current Web2 experience, which have at the very level, it will lower the entry of using the Web3 technologies.
Cool. It's so cool. So our second 25 view questions is coming right now. So please leave your answer in our Discord general channel. The quickest and correct answer will be awarded 25 USDT. So are you guys ready? So as Mike mentioned, what is the hybrid storage solution is the drive providing for for different layers? For which layers we are providing a hybrid storage system? You can answer the quickest and the correct answer will be provided as 25U in Discord. In Discord general chat. Anyone's on it? We are going through 25 USDT in dollar. Yep, in dollar. So answer it in our Discord general channel. Yep. Anyone on it? So I see a couple of typing right there. Yep, I saw the correct answer right there. So it's from nope, it's not really correct. I'll put it in our general chat. So I saw the correct answer. Yep, it's from A Blue Jack right there is Web 3 storage. We are going through the hybrid system with Web 2 and Web 3 storage. So we are going to this is our second question. So we are going to provide another 25U in the next couple questions. So stay tuned on it if you are not correct on it. So please open ticket in our Discord with your proof. So after ask a lot of questions on Mike, so it's your turn now, Jacob. So as we know that our technical team is a young and energetic team right there. So any major difficulties do you guys encounter, and how would you guys solve them?
Hmm. Um, so definitely during the whole development cycle, there's a lot of difficulty happening. So during the development, surely there's a lot of difficulty we encounter. One of them is the infrastructure we implement along with different storage provider. As the more diverse is the provider, the harder to scale them up with different configuration gateway for different storage provider when there isn't one, which is most of the case, and other stuff going on. And for solving it, there really isn't an easy way around. Really, just a lot of research, a lot of trial and error, a lot of document reading. Try even that, fail, and then we keep trying. But of course, it's because of Mike that we can accelerate the whole progress so that we can bring our product to you guys. And one more would be since our team members are pretty separate in different locations, singing among the team during the COVID time, along with the new infrastructure, really took us some time to get used to the new working pattern. But yeah, we're slowly getting a hang of it, and we're slowly getting better at communication, better at thinking. Um, yeah,
I think except the team we got having a tough time in COVID. Also, you guys or the world is having a really tough time under the pandemic. So I think in the future we will getting better and better right there. So the next question will be: we have believed back into the decentralized storage. We have believed that the decentralized storage is really a new thing to most of our audience right now. So could you explain more in details how the user experience is like and what are the benefits? What are the benefits to the users?
well, yeah, as Mike said at the beginning, so decentralized storage basically refers to the type of data storage infrastructure that is not dependent on a single central authority or organization like Google or AWS, those who have a lot of server hosting different um, people machine or server service, any other. Instead, it relies on the network of nodes, which is blockchain, that collectively manage and store data. The idea behind decentralized storage is to make data more secure, transparent, and more accessible, while avoiding the risk associated with centralized data storage systems, such as data breach and censorship. Um, the current user experience with decentralized storage system can be somewhat mixed. On the one hand, decentralized storage solutions are typically more secure and resilient than centralized systems, as data is stored across multiple nodes and is therefore less vulnerable for hacking, corruption, or loss. Additionally, because there is no central authority controlling data, user can be benefited with more control over the data and can more easily manage their privacy.
Yes, we Jacob has talked a lot of benefits on our D Drive program. We are also provide some user guide of D Drive in Medium and a YouTube user guide on YouTube or on YouTube of course. So you can go check it after the AMAs and also the trial system. The trial campaign is coming soon. You can go on it really well. So our third 25 view question is coming right now. It's the second last chance on it. So please leave your answer in our Facebook Live chat right now and leave the correct and quickest answer will be awarded 25 views. So the question will be I have just mentioned. So, what campaign we could join if we want to try the EDNS D drive and get a free 30 gig storage on it? Yup, please smash it in our Facebook live chat. So, what campaign we are going to have it to? So, what I spell again is what campaign could we join if we want to if you want to try the eDNSD drive and get a 30 gig free storage on it, so please smash it on the eDNS Facebook Live. So I think we have some technical issue on it in the Facebook Live right now. So 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 please smash your answer. Please smash your answer on the Discord general chat right now. Sorry, right there. On the Discord general chat, which is the question is what campaign we are going to offer if you want to join EDNS to try our EDNS D drive and get a free 30 gig storage on Discord general chat. Oh, I repeat the question. Yep. What campaign could we join if we want to try EDNSD drive and free get free 30 gig storage? What campaign? I have I have I have quite smashing in the whole AMAs to encourage you guys to join. Which campaign right here? On we can find it on our social medias, and if we want to try our campaign, what campaign on it? Nope, 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 nope. Yup, I got one. I got one. Yup, it's the D Drive trial campaign. It's the D Drive trial campaign. The correct answers goes to Anna's paradox. The Anna's paradox. The correct answer. So please, please, please open the ticket in our Discord with your proof on it. So coming to our last section on it is Jacob. I've,
Yep.
I've talked about a lot in our trial campaign, but after the trial campaign, once it's go live, the price may be one of the biggest prioritized to consider when choosing a storage. Could you share a bit on it? Is it will be cheaper than normal Web2 storage right now?
So for the pricing, since we don't have to manage the machine, we put the file and stuff on it like Web2, because of course we have a Web3 solution. Price would be significantly lower. For example, Google Drive and Apple Cloud, for example, for 32 USD, you can get around 200 gigabyte per year. And in our case, for most of the storage provider, the price is entirely up to you. Your upload and download request, it's like a pay-as-you-go method. If it's in 200 gigabyte scenario, it will be around, let's say, 4 USD. The pricing scheme would be around 0.1 USD per million get request, so basically download, and more or less 5 USD per million upload requests. So basically, in most cases, 1 USD can allow you to use more than like 3 months. Basically, most of the requests cost will be around like 0.0001 or something. So yeah, much cheaper. So for the trial, so the 30 gig is definitely enough for you to play all the functions of our services, and yeah, go for it.
Yep. As Jacob had mentioned, there's is around 200 gig storage in for Apple Cloud is around 25 $33 per year. So as but we are offering around 200 storage gig servers, approximately around $4. Can I say that?
Yeah,
Yep.
more or less.
Yeah, more or less $4 on 20 gig storage, approximately. So we have benefit a lot, and Web2 storage right now. Except the pricing, our community is also concerned about the security problem. So, how's D drive security and how it protect our data on the chain, Mike?
Yeah, because currently D drive actually for now is a centralized service, and for the security, no matter from the network security or data security, we actually very rely on the current cloud technology and also the more famous encryption algorithm nowadays. Like we're using different latest cloud security service like the anti-DDoS, WAF, etc. For encryption, we're using like the AES, the RSA, or even we always using nowadays like the Open PGP encryption protocol to protect our safety, our data, no matter in rest or in transit. Before how we exactly implement the data security, for example, the decentralized storage. For example, the currently decentralized storage that is put on no matter it's on the blockchain or on the P2P network, after you have uploaded your data onto that decentralized storage, it will only return a ID. I can say it's a hash or a reference or a CID. Different decentralized storage have different name, but exactly at the end it's just a ID that is for you to access the file from the network. But the problem is those decentralized storage doesn't have the authentication system, which means once you have leaked your ID to the public, everyone can access your data from the network. There's nothing that you can do because the data on the P2P network or the blockchain that is immutable and also absolute transparent. This is you can say this as an advantage, but also a disadvantage of the Web3 storage. But with the protection or the functionality of D drive, we provide a service what we call chunking. We will first chunk all the data that you upload to us. We will chunk it into a lot of small pieces, and we will do some encryption or not encryption. This is an option or a switch is choose by the uploaders. And after we have encrypted the data, then we will upload all of this chunk on to different decentralized storage. Again, as how many decentralized storage as the users have selected, and at the end, there's a lot of reference ID or the data ID has been come back, and those ID we're also doing the encryption and eventually storing inside the database. So which means even half of this chunked data ID have been leaked to the internet, nobody still can retrieving the file from the network because first they are encrypted. Second, the file is not complete. They are only maybe just half. You cannot recover from to the original state, which means even you leak half of the ID or all of these reference ID or hash ID to the network, still again nobody can recover those data because again everything is encrypted, everything is chunked. Yes, which means we can implement the best security or what we call the currently the best practice in security for our customer or for our users.
Let me share it in a practical way, which means Mike is mentioning if we have a contract or really a paper with important notes in our hand, we can cut it into different pieces and throw it into rubbish bin. When someone want to get your information or get your data from the rubbish bin, you need to get all of the data, all of the pieces, so that they can back into that important information. So in D drive, we are providing a chunk service which like we teasing a paper or teasing important notes into several pieces to protect your data into to prevent everyone can get to your pieces. So which means if someone get only one or two or even might set half of them, half of your data keys, it doesn't matter because they cannot get back into that important notes right there. So I think we have learned, or I have learned a lot for the D drive, and D drive has also empowers many EDNS soon to be launched products. So how important that D drive to our EDNS ecosystem?
Before I keep deep diving how the D drive is impacting in our EDNS ecosystem, let's talk about the our current Web 2 work. For example, you're going to look up something on the internet. First thing you got a place to go, right? Google.com. So before you entering the page, why when you go to the web page you need to enter Google.com, and what is Google.com? It's a domain. It's a name that lets you remember the place that you need to go, just like a address, but a very simplified address for you to remember. So same to us, because at the end the website is still need a place to store their own data. So we now have D drive. So as I mentioned, we need a name to remember where the place, how to go, how the place is, the direction to the data storage. So we have EDNS. So we're actually, you can say we are replicating the web, the service or the current practice in the Web 2 into Web 3 again. With Google.com, it's a Web 2 domain, but we currently now have an EDNS domain, a Web